Hi, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So in today's pick a card reading, we are going to be looking at how are you blocking yourself from finding true love. So we're going to go ahead and get started with your tarot, and then we're going to get into your oracle cards. For pile number 1, please, Spirit, pile number 1. How is pile 1 blocking themselves from finding true love? Please. How is pile 1 blocking themselves from finding true love? Please. Pile 1. So we have the Four of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups. How is pile 1? We have the Page of Wands. How is pile 1? And we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I do see that a lot of you are likely single. You may have been single for quite a bit of time. For some of you with this Nine of Pentacles coming through. Honestly, I feel like some of you actually enjoy being single. That doesn't mean that you don't crave love and intimacy with another person, but I do see with that Nine of Pentacles being here that many of you actually kind of make the most out of being single, and you enjoy your singlehood to an extent, right? With the Four of Swords being here, this is a card of rest, relaxation, a time of reflection, taking a time out. I kind of feel like Spirit is saying, pile 1, that how you're blocking yourself. I want to say what's blocking you, but how you're blocking yourself from finding true love is that I feel like you're not being very proactive about finding true love. Okay, with this Four of Swords being here, I feel like some of you are not really putting yourselves out there very much. You're not maybe going out, or I don't know if some of you are open to dating apps. Maybe you're open to it, but you haven't necessarily tried it yet. You're not really putting yourself out there in that way. And that is something that is blocking you. And like I said, with that Nine of Pentacles, it seems like many of you really enjoy being single. Actually, you enjoy your singlehood, you enjoy being independent, you enjoy just focusing on yourself. And like I said, that doesn't mean that you don't crave love, and it doesn't mean that you don't crave intimacy with another person, but I do feel like your biggest blockage, pile 1, is the fact that you enjoy being single too much. And that's not a bad thing, but it does prevent you from being proactive in actually going out there, putting yourself out there and finding love and taking chances on love. And with the Queen of Swords being here, some of you could be air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is a very logical energy. So I do see a lot of you are very much in your logical mind a lot of the times when it comes to love. Spirit is saying you need to get out of your head and more into your heart. Especially when it comes to putting yourself out there. I also get this vibe with the Queen of Swords of if you are dating, if you are, sometimes trying to put yourself out there, trying to get to know people, it's almost like you're treating that process of getting to know someone as an interview is what I feel with the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords is a very kind of cold-hearted energy. A lot of people will call her the bitch of the tarot deck. It's a cold-hearted energy with the Queen of Swords. And so I feel like what's blocking you is, I'm hearing Icebox by Omarion. He says, I got this icebox where my heart used to be. It's like your heart is kind of cold, and you treat getting to know people like an interview in some way. For some of you is what I'm hearing. And so it feels like you have to thaw out that heart. You may have your guard up a little bit when it comes to love, and like I said, some of you, it's because you do really enjoy singlehood. You enjoy being independent. You enjoy being able to take care of yourself and not having to worry about another person or, worry about what they're doing. Are they out there cheating on you? Like, there's this feeling of like, even though you may want love, there's still a part of you that just, it's almost like you just don't trust people is kind of what I'm feeling. Like, you just don't trust people, and you do show up as this Queen of Swords energy, where you're a little bit cold, a little bit closed off, I feel, especially if you are, actually putting yourself out there occasionally and trying to get to know people occasionally. You're treating it like an interview, like I said, and it doesn't feel very personable is kind of what I'm feeling. It doesn't feel personable. It just feels like kind of just cold. That's the best way that I can put it. And so I see that Spirit is saying you need to get more into your heart space. You need to thaw out that heart space and really put yourself out there, and not like put your heart out on the line, but just be open, allow yourself to be open. Allow yourself to really feel pile one. And I feel like if it is the case that you've been single for a little while, that could be a very difficult thing to do. If you haven't been dating for a while, if you haven't been putting yourself out there for a while, that can definitely be a very scary, very challenging thing to do. So it's kind of like just take baby steps with the Page of Wands, because the Page of Wands is like, pages are novices, so it almost feels like it's okay for you to just start at the ground level when it comes to dating, when it comes to putting yourself out there. You don't have to do everything all at once. Just baby steps, just baby steps. Take baby steps in opening your heart and thawing that heart out, pile one, because I do see like the heart space has been on lock for you. And it could have been, for some of you, it's because you wanted to focus on career, or you had other things that you needed to focus on, that you needed to worry about. And I feel like if you want to be more proactive in finding love, you have to allow yourself to be vulnerable. You have to allow that heart space to thaw out, and you do have to at least take some proactive steps to get yourself out there, to put yourself out there, and to follow your heart. I'm also being told that for some of you, like, if you have your eye on someone, if someone catches your eye and you want to talk to them, you want to get to know them, you want to ask them for their number or something, don't be afraid to do that. I see like some of you will have like your eye on somebody, but you're like afraid to go up to them and talk to them or ask them out. Like, Spirit is saying, like, you don't have to be afraid to put yourself out there and to talk to people and to approach people, essentially. This isn't something that you have to be scared of. And if you want to find that true love that you're looking for, it is going to require you to take those proactive steps, pile one. It definitely is. So I do want to go ahead and get into your oracle cards now. So let's see, for pile one, please. Pile one, please, Spirit. How is pile one blocking themselves from finding true love, please? How is pile one blocking themselves from finding true love? We have success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Okay, so with success coming out, I feel like this is speaking to the fact that I feel like a lot of you have probably been very career focused. Okay, you've been very focused on your material success, and I think that's amazing. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to finding true love, there has to be a balance, right? I feel like a lot of you, like I said, have enjoyed being independent, have enjoyed just taking care of yourself, enjoying maybe your career, enjoying the fruits of your labor. And Spirit is saying, all of that is fine and dandy, but you do have to make space to allow yourself to move towards that love that you're looking for. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. And so it's like you have to make space for that. You know, if you are like solely career driven, solely career focused, if you want to find true love, you have to make space for it. Okay? You have to make space for it. We do have loneliness at the bottom of the deck. I know that I am never alone. So, you know, it's kind of like this feeling of, I have all of this success. I have this material wealth. I'm in a good place right now in terms of career and my material world, but I have no one to share it with. That's kind of the vibe that's coming through. But I do feel like a lot of you have troubles putting yourself out there because either it's been a while or there's fear. You know, your heart is kind of like closed off. And Spirit is saying the more that you prioritize putting yourself out there, the more that you prioritize opening that heart space up and being vulnerable with people and just, you know, just really putting yourself out there, really trying to put yourself out there, the closer you will get to finding that true love that you're looking for. But it really does just come down to the fact that you have to make space for it, you know? You have to make space for it. Okay, let's see what else we have for you, pile 1. How is pile 1 blocking themselves from finding true love, please, Spirit? How is pile 1 blocking themselves from finding true love? We have, be bold and make the first move with cardinal moon. So that's going back to, like I've been saying, put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to, you know, if someone catches your eye, don't be afraid to go up to that person and just strike up a conversation. Don't be afraid to, ask them for their number, ask them out on a date. I feel like that's the biggest thing. It's like you have to put yourself out there. Pile 1, you have to put yourself out there. We have bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius at the bottom of the deck. So bring love in. You know, you have to be the one to make space for it. Like I said, bring love into your life. If you've been only focused so much on career and on your material world, you have to allow yourself to prioritize dating and prioritize love in your life. Okay, let's see what else. For pile 1, please. For pile 1, how is pile 1 blocking themselves from finding true love, please? How is pile 1 blocking themselves from finding true love? We have adjacent possibilities. Okay. Adjacent possibilities. This is really kind of just giving me the vibes of like, you need to date. You need to go out there and date people, get to know people. There's this feeling of like, you just need to let your hair down and have fun. Pile 1. You need to let your hair down, have fun, get to know people. You need to explore all of your options and all of the possibilities that are out there. And I also kind of feel like for some of you, especially if you haven't dated in a long time, it's really important that you allow yourself to explore your options so that you can really kind of get to know yourself in terms of what you want out of a romantic partner. There is that message coming through of you also need to figure out what you truly want and desire in a connection, in a romantic partner. And you have to really figure out what you want and like where you want your life to go in terms of a connection. You have to allow yourself to explore that. And I feel like Spirit is saying, it's okay for you to put yourself out there and date around, you know, like casually. It doesn't have to be such a serious thing, you know. Allow yourself to just have fun and to get to know people and to just go on dates with people. And that in turn will help you figure out what you truly want, what you truly desire out of a romantic partner and out of a connection. And it will help you kind of gain clarity on your path, you know, the path that you're taking in your life. And, you know, it could be like, some of you may think that you want a specific type of person, you know, like they have to have certain qualities. And then as you date and get to know people, you may suddenly realize that you actually don't really want those qualities. You want different qualities in a person. So I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, it's important that you allow yourself to get out there and to meet different types of people and to really learn yourself and learn what you want. And, you know, you may think you have it all figured out, but the reality is that you might not, especially if you haven't been dating in a while, you know? Let's see, let's get a romance angel oracle for pile 1, please. How is pile 1 blocking themselves from finding true love, please? How is pile 1 blocking themselves from finding true love? How is pile 1 blocking themselves from finding true love, please, Spirit? We have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Bottom of the deck, let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Okay. So with engagement here, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. This is kind of making me think of, I keep hearing like, why so serious? Like, why are you so serious? With this Queen of Swords energy, it kind of feels like if you are putting yourself out there, or even if you're just thinking about it, there is this feeling of you only want to give people your time and your attention if there is the potential for something really serious, which isn't a bad thing, okay? This is not a bad thing. You know, ultimately, this may be something that you want. You may want to be engaged, you may want to be married, and that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But what Spirit is saying is, in order for you to get to that place, for you to find this true love, like this true partner, your divine counterpart, that you can have this long-lasting love with, you have to go through this process of really, truly finding out what you want in a partner. Because like I said, I feel like you may have an idea, you may have certain traits that you think you want out of a partner. But the reality is, those traits might not actually be what you want with this adjacent possibilities card. So it's really important that you allow yourself to explore, okay? Explore, have fun, let your hair down. Not every single relationship or every single connection, every single person that you talk to, that you get to know, has to lead to something serious. Okay? Yeah, because I keep hearing that, why so serious? Why so serious? And that's not to say that, you know, you're not meant to have this higher level commitment, this engagement, marriage. You absolutely are supposed to have this, okay? But you have to go through this process of really learning yourself, learning what you want, and putting yourself out there and making space for true love. Okay? And also with this, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. I also see this as you prioritizing your love life a lot more. Okay? You being committed to finding your person, being committed to putting yourself out there, being committed to being bold and making the first move. If there's someone that you see that you're interested in, you know, go up to them, strike up that conversation, ask them out, you know, or if you're on dating apps, don't be afraid to like message people first. Like, yeah, it's just you being committed to this journey of finding love, of putting yourself out there and making space for love. Because like I said, I feel like a lot of you have been very career focused. Once again, not a bad thing, very, very good thing. However, if you want to find love, you have to prioritize it, you know? So that's what I'm seeing with that. So we're going to go ahead and grab one more card for you, pile number 1. And we're going to get any last bit of information that Spirit wants to tell you regarding your love life. For pile 1, please, Spirit. What last tidbit of information do you want to give pile 1 regarding their love life, please? What last bit of information do you want to give pile 1 regarding their love life? Okay. All right, so this is your card here. So I love that this is like this heart that is just beaming with light here, because I was feeling like your heart is just kind of cold, it's icy, it needs to be thawed out, you know? So really tapping into that heart space and really allowing yourself to follow your heart is very, very important. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Okay, pile 1. So that is the message that Spirit wanted to end your reading off on. Allow yourself to find joy. Feel joyful. That's that Page of Wands energy. Like I was saying, like you got to let your hair down. You got to have fun. You have to allow yourself to do that. Not everything has to be so serious all the time, especially when it comes to love and finding love, that journey. And it is a journey, pile 1. And I feel like you're at the very beginning stages with the Page of Wands. You're at the beginning stages of finding that true love. And you have to allow yourself to enjoy the journey and to have fun. You know, not everything has to be so serious all the time. Okay, pile 1. So I am going to go ahead and leave this reading here for you. I want to thank you so much for being here with me today, for clicking on this video and watching it to the very end. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye. Hi, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So in today's reading, we are going to be looking at how you are blocking yourself from finding true love. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. We're going to start off with your tarot, and then we're going to get into your oracle cards. And let's see what Spirit can tell us. Let's get some advice and guidance from Spirit. For pile 2, please, Spirit. Pile number 2. How is pile 2 blocking themselves? We have the Page of Wands. How is pile 2 blocking themselves? We have the Page of Cups, the 5 of Cups. How is pile 2 and the 10 of Pentacles? Okay. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. Okay, so I think I want to clarify this 10 of Pentacles really quickly. Spirit, can you clarify the 10 of Pentacles, please? The Knight of Wands. Okay. The Knight of Wands. So pile number 2, I'm getting a very interesting message. And if this doesn't resonate, that's totally fine, because it is kind of specific. If it doesn't resonate, feel free to pick one of the other piles. But what I'm feeling here is how you're blocking yourself is, I feel like caring too much about what people think, specifically family with this 10 of Pentacles. There is this message coming through that when it comes to love, when it comes to you finding love, you need to sort of pave your own path, do things your own way. And this way that will potentially work for you might be something that strays from the path that your family, for example, would have expected from you. There's this feeling of you fearing disappointing your family somehow, some way. I think that maybe the type of person that you want might be different than what your family would have expected or wanted for you. And that's not a bad thing. I just think that there's sort of like differing opinions in a way. Like what you want is not necessarily what your family wants when it comes to love. And I think that with this Five of Cups, there's this fear of disappointing your family. You know, and I am getting a very specific message that for some of you here, or for someone here watching this pile, this could be because maybe you're LGBT, maybe you're in the closet, maybe you're not out to your family yet, you know, that kind of thing is coming through. Obviously, that's not going to be for everyone, but there's this feeling of like what you want, who you want, the type of person that you want. It's different than what your family would want for you or what your family would expect for you. And I think there is this fear of, you know, carving your own path, moving in your own path, your own direction, and following your heart in terms of love, right? That is blocking you. I think you just have to trust yourself more, pile 2, is what I'm feeling with that High Priestess energy at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you need to trust yourself more when it comes to love. Your family's opinions, your friends' opinions, you know, if these are people that truly care for you, you know, of course they want to have your best interest at heart, but ultimately your happiness should be first priority, right? So even if, you know, the kind of person that you want or the kind of relationship that you want is different than what these people would have expected or wanted for you, at the end of the day, if they really care about you and they really love you and support you, it shouldn't matter as long as you're happy. And that's the message that's coming through. It's like, you have to realize that your happiness, what your heart is pulling you towards, or who your heart is pulling you towards, is more important than other people's opinions or expectations. And you shouldn't have to worry about disappointing people because of who you love or how you choose to love or anything of that nature. Like, it shouldn't matter. You know, it shouldn't matter. Your love life shouldn't have this kind of effect on other people. Or at the very least, it's not something that you should worry about. You know, if you're not hurting anyone and if you're happy, then that's all that matters, right? That's kind of the vibe that's coming through here. But let's go ahead and get into your oracle cards, because I want some more information for you, pile 2. Like I said, it's a very specific message, so if it doesn't resonate, that's perfectly fine. Let's see, for pile 2, please, Spirit, how is pile 2 blocking themselves from finding true love, please? How is pile 2 blocking themselves from finding true love? I'm also kind of getting this feeling of like your true love may be at a distance. Like this relationship might require you to travel or to move to like another country or something, and that might be something that, you know, your family isn't really too happy about, or you fear that they wouldn't be very happy about that. I'm being shown like 90 Day Fiancé, if any of you guys have watched that show. Like this feeling of like it could be a long distance situation, and you fear how this will affect your family, like how this may disappoint them, that you have to move to another place, another country, potentially for some. But you have to follow your heart. If that's where true love is, then that's where you have to go. That's what you have to do. That's the action that you have to take. So there is this deep sense of like you have to follow your own path, you know, follow your heart wherever that may lead you. How is pile 2 blocking themselves from finding true love, please, Spirit? How is pile 2 blocking themselves from finding true love? Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Yeah. It's like, with this card here, this is about you, like it says, accepting responsibility for your own well-being, but also like you are not responsible for other people. You are not responsible for how other people view your relationship or how they take the relationship. Like, you're not responsible for people's reactions. And you know what? I am kind of feeling like for some of you, maybe you already have a true love, or maybe you have someone in mind. If not, I feel like Spirit is kind of telling you like your true love might be either at a distance, like a significant distance from you, if you haven't met them yet, or there might be something here with this person that your family like doesn't necessarily like. And Spirit is saying like you are not responsible for how your family reacts or how they feel about your relationship, because at the end of the day, your relationship is your relationship, you know? Like, you are not responsible for how this affects other people. As long as you're truly happy, as long as you and your partner are truly happy, that is the only thing that matters. We have peace at the bottom of the deck. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Yeah. Like, I don't know, it could be like your family could be in your ear, you know, trying to spew all this negative talk at you, all this negative energy, and like these expectations that they may have for you is just too much. And I think it's causing you to like second guess yourself or to doubt yourself. And it's like, no, like trust in yourself, trust in your heart, trust where you're being led. Pile 2, trust in that. If you're truly happy and content in a relationship, and like I said, for some of you, like you may not have met this person just yet. And this almost kind of just feels like a heads up from Spirit if you haven't. As long as you're truly happy, truly content, and like truly peaceful in this relationship, that is all that matters. Like, I feel like your family will come around, you know, with this 5 of Cups being here, you know, this is a card of disappointment, but it's also a card of not all is lost. So it makes me feel like, you know, your family might be upset at first, but they'll get over it. They'll get over it because they're going to see how happy you are. They're going to see how content you are and how peaceful your relationship is, you know? But you have to trust yourself first and foremost. You have to trust yourself and realize that other people's reactions and opinions are just, they're not your problem. You know, you're not responsible for how other people react. Let's see what else, Spirit, for pile 2. How is pile 2 blocking themselves from finding true love, please? How is pile 2 blocking themselves from finding true love? A personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. Okay, bottom of the deck, take time to breathe out. Okay. So a personal issue reaches resolution, and I think this is going back to, you know, this blame energy, and I feel like it's this weight of expectation from family that has to reach a resolution within you because it makes you doubt yourself. It makes you doubt yourself. It makes you feel like you're incapable of like really finding that true love that you truly want, that you truly crave. You know, it almost kind of feels like, and this is like, this isn't like a literal example, but this is what's coming through. It's kind of like when people have arranged marriages, right? It's like their parents have picked out the quote unquote perfect partner for their child, right? And they're arranging this marriage, and you, in this hypothetical situation, you who have your parents like arranging this marriage for you, you end up falling in love with someone else. you know, someone else that your parents wouldn't necessarily approve of for one reason or another. We can say it's because of socioeconomic status, right? Maybe this person doesn't have enough money in your parents' eyes, but you fall in love with this person. And so it's like you have to be the one to be like, you know what? I'm going to follow my heart. Regardless of what my family has to say, I need to do what's right for me because this is my relationship, this is my life, and I'm not responsible for how my family reacts or how my family feels about my relationship, because at the end of the day, it is my relationship and it is my life. That's kind of the vibes that are coming through with this group. So this personal issue that's reaching a resolution has a lot to do with you realizing that you're not responsible for how your family reacts. You're not responsible for disappointing your family by literally just following your heart, you know? And I do feel like your family will come around. Like, even if they are disappointed at first in who you choose, or, you know, like I said, it could be because you have to move physically away from your family, and like, whatever the case may be, your family will get over it, is what I feel like. They'll get over it with the 5 of Cups being here. Once they see that you are truly happy and truly thriving, they will come around. But first, it's like you have to realize that you're not responsible for how they feel and their reactions, like I've been saying. So, and this Cancer energy, you know, it really is bringing me back to family. So yeah, family, I think you're just taking to heart too much of what your family wants, and you have to really just trust in yourself and trust in your heart and trust in what you want for yourself. Okay? You have to really trust in yourself, pile 2. So let's get some more cards here for you. For pile 2, please, Spirit, pile number 2. How is pile 2 blocking themselves from true love, please? How is pile 2 blocking themselves from true love? How is pile 2 blocking themselves from true love? Look at that. We have the Angel of Love. The Angel of Love. Bottom of the deck, we have Cornucopia. Ooh, okay. I definitely feel like some of you have already been bitten by the love bug. Some of you, I feel like, already have a specific person in mind, or someone that, like, I don't know, I just keep hearing that. Like, you've already been bitten by the love bug. For some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, I do feel like this energy of like you already have someone in mind, someone that your heart is pulling you towards. But if not, you know, I still feel like this is something that is coming up, something that will be happening. You will be bitten by the love bug. And it might be by someone that your parents don't initially approve of for one reason or another. I do feel very strongly that for some of you, it's because they're from another country and you will be like forced to relocate to that person's country. I am getting that message very strongly. I keep being shown 90 Day Fiancé. But with the Angel of Love being here, this is just about you following your heart, pile 3. I meant to say pile 2. Maybe some of you will be drawn to pile 3, but this is, I feel like you have to follow your heart, pile 2. You have to follow your heart. You have to release the expectations that your family or other people may have placed on you in regards to love and relationships. And you have to move where your heart is guiding you towards. And you have to move towards who your heart is guiding you towards, okay? That's what I'm feeling with this Angel of Love. But yeah, I definitely feel like someone here, at least one person I feel like has their eye on someone or has already been bitten by the love bug. So you have to follow your heart. You have to follow your heart. Pile 3. Okay, let's get a Romance Angel Oracle card for you now. Yeah, if you don't have a person in mind just yet, if you feel like you haven't been bitten by the love bug just yet, I feel like you will very soon with this angel of love coming out. I feel like you will very soon. Okay, for pile 2, please, Spirit, how is pile 2 blocking themselves from finding true love, please? How is pile 2 blocking themselves from finding true love, please, Spirit? Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Bottom of the deck, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I kind of feel like this codependent energy is relating to your family. With that 10 of Pentacles, I do feel like maybe you just really take to heart what your family, your parents have to say when it comes to love. And it's really important that with make the effort, it's great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. It's really important that you move forward, trusting yourself, trusting in your heart, trusting in what you're being guided to do when it comes to love, and realizing that your family, your parents, the people around you should not have such a strong effect on the actions that you take when it comes to your romantic life. Like, it's so important that you kind of detach yourself from the expectations of your family, of the people that are closest to you. I just feel so strongly that you're just meant to carve your own path when it comes to love. Pile 2, you have to detach from those expectations of your family and just trust yourself. Okay, just trust yourself, trust where your heart is guiding you towards, and take those proactive steps, those actions to lead you towards that true love that your heart is pulling you towards. And it's like your family, the people around you may not understand it in the moment, but they will. They will. With that peace card, this peace card here, I feel like this relationship that you're being guided towards is going to be so loving, and like it really is going to be so peaceful, you know? And I think your family will eventually see like, okay, well, pile 2 really is in love, and you know, maybe we misjudged this person that pile 2 fell in love with. You know, there's this feeling of like your family will come around, but you have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself on this path. So we're going to go ahead and get one last card for you, pile number 2. We're going to get any last little bit of information that Spirit has for you regarding your love life. For pile 2, please, Spirit, what last message do you have for pile 2? Okay, so this is the card that came through. So you can just take a look at the imagery if you're interested. This feels so just lovely. Like, it just feels so positive and so vibrant and youthful, if I'm being honest. Like, that young, innocent type of love, that peaceful type of love, I feel like is what you're being guided towards, and you have to trust in that. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Okay. I think this has a lot to do with your family, pile 3. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. And, you know, like, your family might not understand at first, but they will come around. They will eventually learn to accept you, accept who you love. You know, they will eventually come around, and it'll just seem like things just magically turn around one day, but you have to allow yourself to follow your heart, pile 2. Follow your heart, you know, and don't allow other people's opinions or expectations to dictate the path that you take when it comes to love, okay? Because this relationship is your relationship at the end of the day. So don't allow anyone to like criticize you or judge you. Realize that this is your path, this is your life, this is your relationship. Okay. For those of you like where you don't have the relationship yet, you will. I feel like it's coming with the angel of love here. And just trust in that. Have faith in that. Have faith in love. Pile 3. So yeah, very, very specific messages coming through. So I do hope that this resonated for you, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. I want to thank you so much for being here with me today, for clicking on this video and watching it to the end. If you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we are going to be looking at how you are blocking yourself from finding true love. We are going to go ahead and start off with your tarot, and then we are going to get into your oracle cards, and we'll see what comes through for you, pile number 3. For pile 3, please, Spirit, pile number 3. How is pile 3 blocking themselves from finding true love, please? How is pile 3? Oh, and that fell on the floor. So we are starting off with the 6 of Cups. How is pile 3 blocking themselves? We have the 2 of Pentacles. How we have the Sun. How is pile 3 blocking themselves? And we have the 3 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. Okay. I do want to quickly clarify the 6 of Cups. Spirit, can you clarify the 6 of Cups, please? The 7 of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. Okay, pile 3. I'm honestly getting like a few different messages for this group, so it is very important that you only take what resonates and leave the rest. So the first thing that I'm actually getting is that some of you already know who your true love is. Like, you already know this person. This is someone with the 6 of Cups, someone from your past, someone that you could have known for a really long time, and maybe things have never really gotten off the ground with the 7 of Pentacles. This is giving me the feeling of like you're waiting on this person, or you're waiting for something to happen within this connection. You're waiting for this connection to bear fruit. And it feels like with the 2 of Pentacles, either you're going back and forth or this person is going back and forth regarding like starting something new within this connection, or just feeling ready to start something new with this connection. There's this feeling of like 1 minute you're hot, 1 minute you're cold, or this person is very specific, so only take it if it resonates. I do feel like for some of you, you already know this person, and things have kind of just been maybe at a standstill. Things haven't really gotten off the ground. 1 minute it's like, with the Sun energy, it's like 1 minute you're like feeling really happy and optimistic, and then the next you're kind of like doubting this connection. That's kind of what I'm feeling for some of you. Now for others of you, I kind of feel this energy of hyper independence. This feeling of like you have to do it all. You have to carry all of the weight. You have to carry the heavy load. And this could have to do with maybe previous partners, or, you know, previous situations. It could even have to do with childhood. For example, if you were like the oldest sibling that had to take care of the younger siblings, you always had to be the responsible one. There's this feeling of like you always have to carry the weight, or like you feel this way. You feel like you always have to carry the weight, the heavy load. You have to be the responsible one. You have to constantly be in this 2 of Pentacles energy, which is like balancing a lot of things at one time. And I feel like what you're not realizing, or how you're blocking yourself, is you're not realizing the fact that you can build with another person. Like, you can work with another person with the 3 of Pentacles. This is collaboration, teamwork. It's like you may be so used to being hyper independent that it blocks you from allowing yourself to work with another person, to build with another person, evenly distributing the workload, the responsibilities. And like I said, it could be because of certain experiences that you've had in the past, whether this was past relationships, it could be family stuff. Like I said, there's this feeling coming through of like, you don't realize how like the potential of your love life is that you can really truly build with another person, really truly collaborate with another person. It's not just meant to be all on you. Pile 3 is what I'm feeling. And I kind of want to clarify the Sun card. I do kind of want to clarify. Spirit, can you clarify the Sun, please? Temperance. Okay, so we have some healing energy, some alchemization. I was kind of picking up like this energy of like past hurt and past pain that needed to be healed, alchemized, released. I think what's blocking you, or how you're blocking yourself, is you not allowing yourself to be happy, to be healed. And you know what? With temperance popping out, clarifying the Sun, I feel like a lot of you have done a lot of work on yourselves already, if I'm being honest. Like normally I would be like, oh, you have to heal, you need to work on yourself. I feel like a lot of you have done that. But with the Two of Pentacles, I feel like you kind of go back and forth between, like I said, being happy and optimistic, and then kind of being down in the dumps again. And so, and like I said, it could have to do because of past experiences. For some of you, there's a past person that I feel like is your true love, but you're kind of just waiting to see where things go, or waiting for things to pick up, or waiting for this connection to grow into something. I feel like you have to put yourself in a very positive energy, high vibrational energy, and if you are struggling with that back and forth of being happy and optimistic and then down in the dumps again, as soon as you start to feel yourself sink back into that more negative place, Spirit is really encouraging you to try and find balance, ground yourself, meditate, do breath work, do something that brings you joy, that brings you excitement. And if this is like a past person or someone that you already know and that you're kind of just like waiting for things to kick off, maybe try to detach from that situation a little bit by focusing your efforts on something else. It could be a hobby, it could be even just like reading a book or watching a show or a movie that you really enjoy. Something to lift your spirits is what I'm feeling. Spirit is saying. It's about balance. It's about balance for you, Pile 3. And I also feel called to tell you, if you do have a certain person in mind with that 6 of Cups, that maybe you feel very drawn to, very connected to, but things never really got off the ground with this person. Spirit is saying both of you have your things that you needed to work on. Both of you needed to heal certain things, needed to alchemize certain things, needed to just work on yourselves. And it's like, I keep hearing it takes 2 to tango. And Spirit wants you to know that as you're working on yourself, as you're doing your part, they are also doing their part. With this 3 of Pentacles, it's a collaboration. It's a team effort here. So don't think that this all has to be on you. This person is also pulling their weight energetically. They're doing what they need to do in order for the 2 of you to come back into union, or to come into alignment, for this relationship to really bloom and blossom, with the 7 of Pentacles being here. I think trying to keep yourself in a high vibration, keeping yourself in a place of balance, staying grounded, is so important for you, Pile 3, in terms of finding your true love, or reconnecting with your true love, for some of you who actually already know this person with that 6 of Cups. So I do want to go ahead and just get into your oracle cards now. Very interesting. These messages have been so interesting to deliver today because they're so like some messages are just very specific today. Okay, for pile number 3, please. Pile number 3. How is pile 3 blocking themselves from finding true love, please? How is pile 3 blocking themselves from finding true love? Purpose. I know what I am here to do. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have balance. Like I was saying, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Yeah. So, I mean, balance, like I've been saying this entire time. So with purpose being here, pile number 3, I know what I am here to do. This is making me think of the fact that I feel like a lot of you have already been putting a lot of work into yourselves. You may know what your purpose is. You may be currently working on your purpose. Of course, that's going to be a little bit different for all of you. But there's this sense of like, you know what you need to do. I feel like you've been doing it, and Spirit is encouraging you to keep on doing that. Keep putting your time, energy, and effort into that, especially as it relates to your healing and to maintaining a sense of balance within yourself. Because I do feel this like back and forth with you. Like one minute you're happy, the next minute you're sad, or you're scared, or you're fearful. Like there's this back and forth, and it's like I feel like you know what you need to do. It's just remembering that you need to ground, that you need to remain in a state of balance, that you need to do what makes you happy, that you need to stay in high vibrational energy. This is something you already know. I don't think I'm telling you anything that you don't already know, pile 3. And so there's this just like reminder coming through of like, remember what you're here to do. Remember what you're doing, you know what to do. You know how to keep yourself in a state of balance. You know how to stay high vibrational. You just have to remember to do it in the moment, I think, because I was hearing that like practice. You have to practice at this. But also, if you know what your purpose is in life, continue to work at that, continue to grow, continue to develop your skills is what I'm hearing for some of you. I think as you continue to work on your purpose, if you already know what that is, which I feel like many of you do, as you continue to work on your purpose, that will keep you in a state of balance, in a state of flow, in a state of harmony. If there is someone from your past, like focusing on that too much isn't really going to keep you in that state of harmony. It's going to bring you out of alignment because it brings you into that more negative space, that like pessimistic type of thinking, I feel. So focusing on your purpose, focusing on yourself is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Pile 3, especially if you already like know this person, if this is someone from your past, if your true love is actually someone that you already know, like they have to do what they have to do, you have to do what you have to do, and the best thing that you can do is just keep yourself in a high vibration. Let's see what else we can get for you, pile 3. How is pile 3 blocking themselves from finding true love, please, Spirit? How is pile 3 blocking themselves from finding true love? You are good enough, full moon in Virgo. Bottom of the deck, don't let your past hold you back, South Node. So that's that 6 of Cups energy about the past. All right, you are good enough. I'm kind of getting this feeling of like rejection, like I don't know if this is a person from your past, like either they rejected you, you rejected them, or just things never really got off the ground. And there's this feeling of like, don't allow that past experience to hold you back with that South Node card. You are good enough. This is about your confidence. Pile 3, this is about your confidence. And I was hearing, some of you are doubting yourself, you're doubting your purpose, you're doubting if there's a person from your past that is your true love, you're doubting this connection because things haven't really taken off yet. Spirit wants you to remain confident. confident in yourself, confident in what you know, because I feel like with purpose here, like I feel like you already know everything. Like you already know what you're doing, like you know who your true love is for some of you. Like you just know already. It's just about remaining confident in what you know, remaining confident in yourself, you know. And I do feel like I said, I feel like a lot of you probably struggle with, you know, one day you're optimistic and then the next day you're kind of pessimistic and you're doubting things. So it's really important that you just remain confident in who you are, remain confident in what you know, and remain confident in your path and in your purpose. Pile 3. Yeah. You know, for some of you, it could be like confidence in your physical body as well. Like realizing that you are so desirable. You know, if you struggle with self-esteem or self-image, you know, it could be that maybe you need to work on that. You need to heal that and give yourself that love and that nourishment, you know. And for some of you, it could be that you go back and forth. Like one day you think you're the hottest person on the planet, and then the next day you think you look like a gremlin, which you don't, okay? You don't, pile 3. You know, it's just about that perception. And I think you go back and forth with like that high vibration energy, and then you sink back into that low vibration energy. And it's just important that you maintain that state of balance and realize that you're good enough, okay, and remaining confident in that. How is pile 3 blocking themselves from finding true love, please? How is pile 3 blocking themselves from finding true love, please, Spirit? Appreciation. Bottom of the deck, we have contract. So this is making me think like you have a soul contract with someone that you already know, someone from your past, where things never really got off the ground. Like if this is someone from your past, I don't think that this is someone that you would have dated, okay? And I know that message may not resonate for all of you, like the past person thing, but if that does resonate, I feel like this is someone that you've been waiting on for a really long time, or like things just never really went anywhere, you know, like things never really blossomed. So with appreciation being here, this is a card of gratitude, and I think this is really going back to the you are good enough, you being grateful for yourself, you showing yourself that appreciation, you showing yourself that gratitude. I'm kind of getting like Empress energy. You realizing that you are the Empress, like you got it going on, pile 3. I think you really have to just nurture yourself, love on yourself, practice self-care, and work on your confidence, and just being confident in who you are, what you came here to do. And yeah, because with purpose, like you already, like, you know what you came here to do, you know who you are, and you just need to be confident in that, and you need to like stand strong in that. And overall, like, just practice self-care, practice self-love, okay? Practice that energy to keep yourself in a high vibration. I feel keep yourself in a high vibration, and also like allow other people to dote on you too. With appreciation, like allow other people to appreciate you too. You know, like if you're someone that struggles to, for example, accept compliments, like maybe that's something that you need to work on as well, because you're so deserving. You're so deserving, pile 3. So we're going to go ahead and get a romance angel oracle card for you. How is pile 3 blocking themselves from finding true love, please? How is pile 3 blocking themselves from finding true love, please, Spirit? Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Bottom of the deck, we have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay. So it could be that for some of you, like, so I was feeling like this past energy for some of you, like your true love is someone from your past that things never really like got off the ground with. For others of you, it could be that there's a past person that maybe you're stuck on, like a past, like an ex or something. Things could have been codependent. If this this message that I'm about to give you with the new love I feel like only applies if there's like an ex that you're hung up on where things were toxic or things were just not very good. For others of you, I feel like you already know who your true love is, and this would be someone that things never really got off the ground with. So with codependency here, you know, and we did have that, don't let your past hold you back. There could be things that happen in your past that you need to let go of, things that have been affecting your romantic life, that have been preventing you from exploring your options, is what I'm hearing. With new love here, you know, I do feel like some of you have a new person that could be coming in that will stir your romantic feelings, but it's really important that you don't allow the past to affect this connection. I kind of feel like this codependency is going back to that Two of Pentacles energy where I'm saying, like, I feel like a lot of you kind of go back and forth between being like happy and optimistic and then being down in the dumps again. Some of you may have really gone through a long period of time where you were just not feeling very great. Could have been feeling quite depressed, sad, you know, just that more negative, heavier energy. I feel like some of you may have been in a place like that for a really long time, and you know, sitting in that energy for a really long time, it can be addicting. Like, you can just get used to feeling like that. So, you know, even once you've done the healing and you've done the alchemizing and you're bringing yourself out of that energy, it's really easy to fall back into it. So that's why I think there's that kind of like going back and forth. So that's why Spirit is saying it's important for you to stay high vibrational and to remember what you've learned. You know, I feel like you've done a lot of the healing work and you've done a lot of the introspection, and it's important that you don't allow yourself to fall back into that negative space, because it does have a negative impact on your romantic life. I actually don't feel like you guys are codependent. Like, I don't feel that at all. Actually, I feel like a lot of you are probably very independent. And so, you know, that could also be another thing. Like I was saying, some of you are just like so used to being very, very independent, and you don't realize that, like, it's okay for you to build with someone, to work with someone, to collaborate with another person. Like, you don't have to do everything by yourself. You don't have to carry that heavy load by yourself. That's another thing that's coming through with this codependent card, like I was saying earlier. So, yeah, it's just about balance, pile 3. I feel like it's really important for you to maintain a state of balance, a state of harmony within yourself, but also in how you navigate romantic relationships and connections. So we're going to go ahead and end off your reading with one last card, one last message from Spirit regarding your love life. What last information do you want to give? Okay, so Spirit actually gave us 2 cards, so we will take them and see what Spirit has to say. I honestly was getting a lot of messages, so I feel like this is probably a pretty big group. So this first card here, we have embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Okay. And we also have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. Okay. Very interesting. So, embrace and playfulness. It kind of goes together. Like, embrace playfulness. Allow yourself to experience more playfulness, maybe. Have fun. Let your hair down a little bit. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you, pile number 3. I want to thank you so much for being here with me today, for clicking on this video and watching it to the very end. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!